That's something that always happens, and the guy, if it happens during a tournament, a multi-day tournament, it's the guys that pick up on that clue early in the day when it's happening that capitalize on it, you know, or else you're going to have a slow day if you keep that crankbait in your hand.
Right. It changes quick, I guess, and then we get it through this spawn, right? Post spawn, it's going to be different. When does this come back into play? Is it in the fall cold fronts, or is it winter time? Or
for me, it's when the water cools off, the shafts start moving shallow again. That's when things like the Frittside, new Berkley Frittside is just golden. I mean, that bait catches them this time of year, but in the fall also, it's just got such a bait fish profile that it's a fish catcher. But yeah, you know, it's a cold weather deal. You know, we're talking finesse cranking. A lot of those are flat sides, and yeah, it's colder weather, colder water is when that bait really shines.
And it will go all through the winter.
Yeah, I mean, it's till it gets so bitter cold that the fish get, you know, kind of stagnant. And yeah, it's a player all the way through the winter. It may stall off in January a little bit, and then once the water starts to warm again, they start eating crankbait again.
Right. How about modifications? Do you use stock hooks? Do you change anything?
On the Berkley baits, I always start off with factory hooks because they come with good hooks out of the box. But yes, I eventually will change over to a Gamakatsu round bend or EWG. On a bad shad or a lightweight bait, I like an EWG style hook. I think it, you know, if you're using light line and it seems to grab and stick your hook, you know, it just sticks them and hangs on. But yeah, I mean, I've always changed hooks on a crankbait and multiple times throughout the day. Yeah. You want to keep an eye on those hooks, and a lot of times they'll come up and just barely nip at a bait this time of year. Even sometimes with their mouth shut. So you want to have the best chance you can, and keeping
100%.
good hooks on there is a big deal.
Yeah, there's the guys that use the EWGs and the guys that don't, and the guys that use the EWG styles are right.
Yeah, you can have this argument with everybody under the sun.
I know, me and Ike argue about it all the time because he's a diehard round bend guy. And I have landed so many more with that other style.
I see their point, but I feel like from my personal experience that I land fish on an EWG hook more. It grabs them and it hangs on, you know, in my opinion. And that's my belief in it.
I feel like if you get just one point in, you're better off with an EWG.
I do too, man. It definitely grabs them, and it's got a, you know, the hooks are turned back in, so I feel like once you get a hook in them, they're gonna hang on, and it's a lot harder to spit that hook than it is a round bend.
And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.